Welcome to Making Love a Priority reading for the year of 2026. This is Kala. I'm very happy to be here with the exalted Scorpio energy. Nothing but good things. First, let's create a loving vibe for Scorpio in 2026. It says the priest, wild rose. It's a very Hierophant energy. Well, Taurus is your shadow aspect in astrology. I get a sense of pontificating, eager to please energy. You're going to be looking on things or looking back at things and remembering that wild time. You're a bit of a maverick. You're a bit of a unicorn. There's nobody like you. People may want to follow you around or listen to what you have to say. I get a little bit of a trickster energy. You're going to be way less afraid this year to put yourself out there in profane and holy ways. Well, let's focus on a love message. I hope the priest vibe doesn't mean that you're going to be celibate, but who knows? Maybe wildly imaginative. The love message for Scorpio. Oh, of course, we have the intimate union. It says, honor the place in one another where you are one eternal soul, for there you will find true bliss. You're up to no good. How can I question what would be happening for you in this year? Perhaps you fake your purity as kind of a way to get people close to you. But what I see here, there's a lot going on between you and another person that's pretty wild. It's been a while, perhaps. Let's make a love wish for Scorpio for the year of 2026. Sub rosa, hidden in plain sight, mysteries, learning and teaching. This is a high priestess vibe. Notice how we have the high priest, then we have the high priestess, and this may be your counterpart that you're actually getting to know or enjoying here. There's waves of subtlety. It's going to be coming in on the etheric before it materializes on the 3D for you. This is very cosmic. What do they say? Soror mysticus. This transcends ordinary reality. That could be very wild and mind-blowing. You're going to go places with this person beyond the mind. You're opening to a different inner dimension. There may be mention of this relationship in history for some. This is like a reincarnated set of lovers who find each other again in 2026. How exciting that would be. Is that your wish? Well, I invite you to hold your high heart with me in sacredness as we take one deep breath together. You're glowing in this year of our Lord 2026. Thank you and namaste. Welcome to your flower offering read for 2026. Let's listen to some beautiful words to help us know, grow, and glow. This is for the energy of Scorpio for the year of 2026. The cards we're going to be using are the Flower Medicine Oracle deck, the Secret Garden, and the Botanical Inspirations. What is our flower for 2026 for Scorpio, please? 2 cards want to come out here. It says Chamomile, Calm, and Amaryllis, Pride. You're being very gentle with yourself. You're standing up, but you're not gushing negativity. This is more of a radiant strength that you have from being calm. People are going to notice by your presence alone, not so much by your words, actions, or deeds. Just you show up and there's a force there, a quiet, strong, majestic force. That's you this year. Don't force anything, just gently be there. What is in your secret garden, Scorpio, for the year of 2026? Move. A rolling stone gathers no moss. You may find some sort of exercise that helps you out. For everyone it will be different. Consult your physician as needed or if necessary. There is just this sense of I'm moving and I'm not going back to the same old, same old. My statement is the presence of my being, and it's not like Darth Vader, although you could do some deep Ujjayi breathing. It's more of like my presence is noted, my absence is noted, because if you don't get what you need, you go find it, you move on. You don't dwell, you explore. What is your inspiration, Scorpio, in 2026? Apple blossoms, choices, knowledge, and illumination. The quote on this card says, "White are the flowers of the apple tree that bring us fruits of fertility unknown." Be careful, you might end up with a child or two. For some Scorpio, that is. There's something coming up from the deep, up from under a rock. I just feel like you're going to listen to a lot of music, or you may make new music. You have something to add to the mix, but you're doing it in a way that's dignified and full of bliss. Well, let's take a moment, Scorpio, to give you a flower offering, shall we? Dear Scorpio, take time to unwind in 2026 and to thyself be kind. Thank you and namaste. Welcome to your potential surprise reading for 2026. Hi, this is Kala. Welcome. This vibration of energy is for Scorpio in 2026. We're planting some seeds for out-of-the-box energies using the cards Eternal Light, Auspicious Symbols, and the Tantric Dakini Oracle. First, dear Scorpio, what is your light in 2026? You got divine light, it's double light, it's D-light. I feel like divinity is something that's going to be your middle name. You're in a phase of co-creation. You're working with the divine. And your soul group. Everyone and everything is one, it says. It's time to explore your divine network. You're going to get out and about, if only on the internet, what may be in your community, and you're going to do some sort of project together with some people. This is part of your soul agreement, I see. You agreed to do certain things in this lifetime. Don't stay hidden. Don't stand back. Get involved. At this juncture, you're being called. Well, dear Scorpio, your auspicious symbol for 2026, and I think we should do a drum roll here. It says eagle feather. This powerful medicine is here to connect you to both heaven and earth. You may be doing some work with sage, some work with smoke. You're getting rid of smoke and mirrors. You're cleansing and clearing. You're putting a protection on your mirrors in your house. You are scrying for some looky-loo into the mirror. Someone in your life or your community is your mirror. They're telling you information you don't know or you need to know. There's intelligence, information coming through for you from the divine. You're a part of a secret. For some, that's one or two. You're removing darker, negative entities and energies from around people psychically. That's for one or two. You may be like a white lighter type of healer. And it's very important to get rid of negative energy. You're not afraid of it, you know how to work with it. That's for one or two. What is your tantric energy for the year of 2026? For Scorpio. Elixir fruit essence. You need sweetness in your life. You may add some fruit. For everyone it will be a different fruit. Vitamin C is important for you. If you find that your gums are bleeding too much or soft or squishy, you need to add some vitamin C. Consult your dentist as needed here, but that's only a message for one or two. Make sure that you go to all the doctors in your network. Don't go out of network unless you can afford that. That's a message for someone. Keep your heart light as a feather. Stay with your passions. The stars are guiding you. You may learn astrology. You're going to see the fruits of your labor paying off in your community. And the work that you did to clear the energies is very powerful, so keep it up. You are praised by your ancestors. Dear Scorpio, in 2026, please use your discernment. Thank you and namaste. Welcome to In the Mix, a yearly oracle read highlighting certain general aspects of 2026 for each star sign. Hi, this is Kala. I am very happy that you're here listening. Let's talk about Scorpio for 2026. Scorpio. Shh! Blessing the cards. In January, there's a reaction card. This person is holding their throat. Like what they've heard is a little overwhelming to them. I'm sorry if you get bad news or receive any kind of shock. Or this is good news and you don't quite know how to process it. For each person, it will be different. But what I see here is a person who holds their composure and counts to 10. And I feel like this lotus is an iPhone. And what they hear is they take the phone away from their ear and just take a moment of reflection before saying something. You may need some extra space before you respond to something because that's what feels right for you. And you know that instinctively because you put your hand up to your throat and bowed your head a bit like, let me think about this before I say something. The second month of the year, which is February, it says you don't need to explain or justify what you know to be true in your heart. You're on your own path. Enjoy every fabulous moment. You may get freed up to go on a journey or a trip. I just really feel like you don't have anything to defend, especially if it's from the past. You're tired of hearing the same old things over and over. I feel like you need a change of scenery, and that's why you may take a journey. A journey that you enjoy. A journey that will put you in a place that you feel safe. A safe place inside of your heart that you know is for you. For everyone, it will be different on the map. The third week of the month, it says Dharma Wheel. Very ornate, very lucky. An opening of energy to, for some, this is a second chance to do something great in life, to rise to the occasion. It says karmic lessons, peer pressure, moral codes. I just feel like by following some sort of rules, you are going to find a new lease on life. Something that will begin and end. You're opening a new eon. You're starting a new chapter. And you want to do it by the book. You're doing it upright. And so you're paying a lot of attention to the details. You have to pay for a lot of different things to do things right. Oftentimes you have to have certain licenses or certain extra pieces of paper that you have to fill out forms for and pay fees for. All right? But you follow it and you do what is needed. You do your due diligence. In the fourth month of the year, it says open up your mind and explore beyond. I feel like you're branching out into a mystery. This is the mysterious, the metaphysical, or conspiracy even. Like you believe in other dimensions. That's what's beyond, is beyond our perception. And you're opening your mind up to research something maybe paranormal. You may go on a paranormal exploration. Like, you know those shows that they have where they go around with those instruments and they see if there's ghosts? Well, you might become like a guide to do that for other people. You know, like you may share a tour of the paranormal. You may become a paranormal tour guide or something like that, something that's hidden that needs to be revealed. You're going to open up about it. How very fabulous. Here we have adventure. Exactly, that was I was getting. Like you're tired of being in the same place. You need an adventure and you need a second life almost. And you find some type of hobby that really stimulates your mind and you're excited about life again. And here it says, innocence, play, and discovery. You get other people interested in what really gets you interested. Like I said, you become a teacher, a guide, or some sort of mystery conspiracy buff that gives presentations, and it's like you can't get enough of this. It makes you perk up completely and totally. The 6th month of the year, which is June, we have flies. Ooh. Revolution, Uranus. There's a lightning here. There's a feeling of getting zapped. Like those, you know, those electric bug machines that people put on their patios. Don't get sucked into something. Here we have technology, freedom, and diversity. Like you're going to shock yourself with what you're attracted to now. You're going to look at your life and it's going to be like completely different. From January to June, you're going to get a whole life makeover. And you're going to look back and you're going to say, what just happened? I'm on an adventure. And it's shocking because I totally switched everything up. So if you haven't gotten to that place yet, okay, because only you can make these decisions, and you have to ask your soul if you're happy. Does this person look happy in January? Not at all. And something happens that sets you free, because Uranus is like a libertine of energy. It won't let you stay in an uncomfortable, stagnant energy. It's allowing you to explore beyond, remember? So give yourself permission after you ask your soul for permission to expand your life into something greater. Or maybe you need to ask your wife about it. That would be an example. Okay. You get the permission, right? Right. It shocks you on a bit. In August, we have Butterfly Goddess Metamorphosis. That's another Scorpio card. It says you're reaching completion on this part of your journey. Prepare to rise higher. So whatever you did at a hobby that shocked you and became an adventure, you are going to ask for more, and you're going to be given more responsibility or more metamorphosis. The metaphysical is going to metamorphosize you. Wow, this is a prayer that has been answered inside of you. You've been holding information that needs to be shared with everyone for decades, I feel. Now we have The 9th month of the year, which is September, it says Tree of Souls, Collective Wisdom, Kinship Group, Library. This is about sharing knowledge like a book club. You have people over to your house to discuss something of import to you. Like, there's a magical tree that you go to visit whenever you feel down. And it's a very circle of protection type of thing. You like having this tree around. I really feel like you're finding your soul group, you're very simpatico. You expand your circle because people are interested in you now. They want to get to know you. They want to share ideas with you. They want to talk to you. They want to explore more. Here we have the Be Ecstatic card. In October, you're over the moon. You're over some sort of deception in your life, and now you have divine protection. This makes you feel really good. This is the type of energy that is blissful and fills you up, and it's like that electricity feeling in your body when the energy channels open and you just feel waves of energy engulf you. This is a very big healing here, and you're receiving the big healing. All right, November we have Restore and Replenish. This being is in a cocoon of crystals. I see, well, shells and crystals. You're wrapped up in some sort of collecting energy. Look at all the buttons here. Remember when you were little and you used to go into your mom's button collection and see all the colors and make the noises? This is very sensory, and it soothes you. Find something that soothes your senses. Don't be afraid to curl up and just do nothing. Oftentimes we lay there connected to, a device, and here you are cocooning in stillness to rejuvenate. That's very, very, very healing. The final card is Pelvic Bones, increases self-esteem. You're sticking yourself out there. You're putting yourself out there. You've pushed the limit. Before you used to just kind of sit there and take it and take it. And you thought, I'm getting the bad deal here. And now you're like feeling proud of yourself and what you have built and who you have become. And really your soul is the one who's shining brightly for you here in a very pure, wonderful way. The metaphysical benefit, it says the belly, sacral chakra, self-esteem. You have come out of a repression, a suppression. You're more healthy now. You're dignified. You feel like you found your place at the table. Like you have something to offer people and they value you. Let's do a mini recap here. You get a wake-up call and you decide to go on a journey and you do something new as your dharma of what you give to others. And it may be something outside of the box, beyond perception. But you monetize it somehow, or you learn how to teach it to other people or share information, and it's an adventure to you. You show up every day and you shock yourself, really. And it's like you look back and check in and you're like, wow, I've come so far. And you reach for more even. You include other people in this circle of exploration. You become very alive again. You take time to relax in a different way now than you did before. It's a healing way. And at the end of the year, you're very proud of yourself. and what you've accomplished. A lot of it is creativity, it's expression, it's you being you, and that's your divine protection. Dear Scorpio, be gentle and care for yourself in 2026. Thank you and namaste.